Previously on Sailing Satori, as we were sailing south of St. Bart's on a 10-hour passage, we were hit by a morning squall. As the winds picked up, our rigging gave way. Our chain plate snapped off the deck, forcing us to turn around. We were able to limp back to the island of St. Martin, where we now have a major project on our hands.
So it's the morning that we're heading over to the rigger. This is FKG rigging. They have a spot at their working dock for us, and so we're gonna make our way from Marigot over to inside Simpson Bay Lagoon, it's called. So this bridge opens at 9 a.m. Then we have about an hour to get to this bridge, which opens at 10, and then we can make our way over here to FKG, which is actually listed on the guide right there. That's our plan, that's what we're doing. Arthur's excited. He'll be at a dock for a day or two. Unlimited pee-pee. Oh, yeah. Put that wiener back in.
Do you have to call them at 10, or do they just open it?
They'll schedule it open. Sandy Ground Bridge, Sandy Ground Bridge. This is sailing vessel Satori.
This is Super Yacht Satori.
Yeah, can we call ourselves Super Yacht?
Simpson Bay Bridge, this is Mighty Yacht Satori, Mighty Yacht Satori on 1-2.
Mighty Yacht.
What did they say?
This is Mighty Yacht Satori.
How big is a Mighty Yacht?
I think he heard us say we're going to be Super Yacht, and then he said, all right, we'll be Mighty Yacht. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
Sure.
Something to do with fabrication, yeah. Molding something up, or?
Yeah, see, we got to...
So what's the deal?
He wasn't real confident that we get this done before the weekend.
Well, let's hope they do. Maybe it's easier than he thought.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that I'm going to remove all the lowers, all the lower shrouds, so I can get 4 chain plates off and in their hands and inspect those. It sounded like he didn't even know they could get to it before tomorrow, even start tomorrow. So.
Well, let's think positive. Maybe they could.
Well, what I'm thinking is just the more I can have just handed and ready to them, then maybe it's like, oh, we got an hour, let's look at these.
Yeah.
So I've taken all the rigging off all the lowers. So I have 4 lower stays, 2 on each side, and then also removed the chain plate cover. And I had sealed these with butyl tape a few years ago, but I'm thinking that I probably should have used some kind of like boat life seal, I think it's called. It's kind of what I use on my hatches and everything else. I think it's a good product. Definitely not 5200. We're kind of crunched for time because we have basically 2 days, 3 days if you count today, but it's almost, you know, halfway through the day now, for them to inspect all these chain plates, remake them if they need to be made. We're going to do this in 2 waves. We're probably going to do all the lowers, basically bring them in, inspect them, make new ones if they need to be made, install everything after we secure the mast with some halyards and stuff, and then we can do these bigger chain plates, the uppers and the mids. At that point we take those 2 chain plates off, bring them in to inspect them, and then potentially replace them if they need to be remade. They also need to do an inspection on the entire rig. They'll tune the rig after we get everything put back together. There's a potential we'll have to wait through the long weekend to get all of our stuff done. So we're hoping that's not the case. We want to get out of here. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get back down, get sailing again, and explore these islands.
Yay!
If we have any money left after this kind of stuff. Let's hope so.
We will.
We will. Yeah. Oh wow. Eek. That is not good. Jeez, I don't know if it's gonna... I might have to bring it up through the top, actually.
What if I go down there and hammer it through?
Well, I don't think there's enough clearance here because there's still this much up top. So we gotta bring it up through the bottom. So, just try and lift it.
Whoa. That does not look good.
So at a closer look, you can see that there's a crack here. It's, without even cleaning it up, but it's kind of like exploded a little bit almost. The way this would have been sitting, this would have been the side of the hull, this would have been the cabin. So this little spot, I guess the pressure on this goes this way. So that would make sense that this is being twisted and that this would be the point where we would have an issue. I think that's at least 2. Just that alone right there tells us. I think that's at least 2 that need to be replaced. Clean those up with a little barkeeper's friend and a green scrubby, and I'll tell you straight off that all of these need to be replaced. There's obvious fractures and corrosion on every single one of these. If you look here on the one that actually broke, I mean, that obviously looks really nasty. Here's kind of the deck line here from some of the sealant, and then this is where it comes through in the cabin. So this is what you're looking at. It actually looks quite good at a quick glance anyway on the top and the bottom, where pretty much that's what you see outside, that's what you see inside. You can see that there's some development in this one where there's some cracking and some corrosion, and this is just below the deck line, just about where this was. So I don't think there was much time left on this one, and this starboard aft actually looks the worst. As you scan down, there's a fracture right here. And then even worse is on this side, right here, there's another very small fracture that you can kind of see come down into the back. Now when I flip this one over, you're going to notice that there's some kind of, I'll call it wonkiness going on all over in here, all over on the other side, up here near this bolt point. I mean, that's really bad. That's actually starting to separate a little bit. This midsection's okay. There's some varnish on here, but again, kind of about the same area as this broken piece. You can see some of that stuff is going through there as well. These other ones also have a couple signs of corrosion. Now this here, there's a line here. This almost looks like it was made with a tool, but I'm not 100% sure because there is some pitting going on. But this point right here, right there, that's definitely suspect. On the inside of it, there is a little bit more of this wonkiness, and kind of peppered all the way down here. Not really sure what that is. I'll have to ask those guys. Here's the starboard forward. There are some strange lines here. Again, these almost look mechanical, like from a tool or something. Maybe scraping around the deck, I don't know, but there is a little bit of pitting and stuff going on just underneath that. A little bit down the side, this kind of line that runs down here. On the other side you can see there's definitely some crazing and crevicing going on there. And again, if the light is just right, you can see some more of this kind of wonkiness going on. Even all the way down here into the bottom. So I don't know if these have ever been replaced. I'm guessing these are original, and I do not know when they were inspected last. I didn't really have the luxury of having a good owner transition when I bought this boat. He's a bit bitter about selling it and the price he gave it up for. So, like I mentioned before, we're at a little bit of a time crunch here. We only have a few days before these guys shut down for like 4 days, and so I don't think they'll get to any of our stuff until tomorrow, even though we're at their working dock, which is actually super nice to be able to take this stuff off and bring it right into them. So I'm going to take all of these up to them now so they have them, and maybe first thing or maybe last thing today they can just kind of knock these out. They're not really intricate pieces. It's pretty much flat bar stainless steel that needs to be cut, drilled, and polished, and that's pretty much it. So then we'll put these back on and then take out the two big ones and inspect those, and I'm gonna guess that they're in similar condition to these ones and they'll need to be replaced as well. So fingers crossed that this isn't too big of an expense. Yeah, so
I must try to figure it out alone. Yeah, I must try to figure it out alone. And now,
Like that video? Give us a thumbs up. Want to see more? Subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when we upload our next one. For even more, check out our website and Patreon page. And also, if you want to see more Arthur, he has his own YouTube channel. You can find all these links in the description below.